Hello there viewers, welcome back to Musings&Review channel. This is your host Maverick here with No Guns Life, the second season, otherwise known as episode 13, right? Because this is actually a split core anime. It was originally slated for 24 episodes, and due to various issues, it kept on being delayed, and so now 3 seasons later, we are here to continue the story, right? So, just in case there are some still new viewers here who just stumbled upon this channel or are stumbling upon this anime, I typically structure my videos into 3 different parts. I have an introduction or a recap at the beginning, my blind reaction in the middle, and at the very end, I'll go through what I call my musings, which is a discussion session, talking about things I liked, I didn't like, the various concepts that were in here, various mechanics of the episode, of the anime, and particularly for a series such as No Guns Life, it touches on a lot of transhuman concepts, right? Definitely, you can see its sort of old school inspiration, not only in its animation and its character settings and whatnot, but also in the sort of story or morals it's trying to bring. We have the so-called extended, who are augmented humans, who are also subject to prejudice and whatnot, and then there is this sort of conflict and struggle between what it means to be human and are extended really human and that sort of thing, right? I'm instantly reminded of classic works such as Deus Ex from video games, or from movies, maybe Blade Runner, from other anime, Ghost in the Shell, that kind of stuff, right? Now, however, beyond all that stuff, we are also dealing with the fact that it is a really old school kind of art style in of itself. It definitely reminds me of some 80s manga, 80s anime as well, a la Akira, or, well, is that really 80s? I think so, right? Or something like City Hunter, right? So, really an old school, old style kind of stuff. I do like it. I feel like the character designs are something that we haven't really seen in a long time. It may be outdated, but sometimes you just want to go back and get that classic kind of feel, right? Now, with that being said, the story is kind of, well, it does try to keep on hammering home its concepts and whatnot, but the story and the pacing and whatnot, you definitely feel like we're still in the introductory period, if you will. So we haven't really gotten really full speed into the main story yet. It's always, there's hints of it, but we're always solving some other problems sort of only tangentially related with it. And speaking of which, where we left off from first season, we were off chasing some ghosts, I guess you could say, or they were actually some sort of specialized extended and whatnot. How that related to the main story, I really don't know. It was a really awkward place to end the first season, but I guess that's why we are back here, right? So nothing has changed in regards to the cast, in regards to production company or whatnot. It was originally slated for 24 episodes, like I said. It's just simply into split cores. So with that out of the way, let's get into it and see what is in store for this second season. Alright, let's begin in 3, 2, 1, play. Animation. Use. And having a sort of hard-boiled main character is really kind of out of style now. Ah, there we go. This is where we left off. Oh yeah, this is the sort of hand that helps say, well, it was the extended that was protecting the girl, I believe. Oh, I missed. Oh yeah, and by the way, looking at this, I'm kind of reminded of how the what's something corporation or Burr something corporation. I completely forgot their name. Oh, okay. Well, I gotta say hard boiled. I gotta say the season one opening was pretty good as well. Animation and the song choice. Yeah, like this is such an old style kind of opening. Chaos Drifters, eh? I don't know that at all. Alright, and there's this girl who was part of the corporation as well. With another gun unit similar to Juzo. The first. Oh! I think it was actually specifically made for this. Because Juzo means 13th, and then with that point a gun at my head and all that, I do believe that the lyrics are actually referring to No Guns Life itself. Alright, so it's popular with the kids. Oh, it's trying to play that. Are you really gonna play it like just in a public place? Because you are, seriously. Alright, I forgot your name. I mean, I know Mary and Tetsuro. I forgot his name. That's how you define things? Yeah, and his I think it was his big bro had some sort of relationship with Juzo. I seem to be recalling some of this. Danger, danger.
EMS の女なら外の護衛にもっといい男をよこすよ言っといて。
何の用っすか？重蔵さんならいないっすよ。
いない？こんな時に。とにかくあなたたちは一刻も早くそこを出なさい。急がないと奴らが。
どうしたメアリー。
いや、
Yep. Yeah, flashbang.
何よこれ。
少年クリス。一体何が。静かに。クリス、こっちに。
目が。
Oh, Chris.
大丈夫、私がついてるっす。
I guess from the corporation? Or maybe some kind of mercenary unit.
二人とも下がって。
どうなってんの？ EMS の護衛が守ってくれるんじゃなかったの？
そのはずですけど。
Hmm? It was booby trapped?
侵入者対策のトラップです。峰打ちなんで心配無用っす。とにかく今は逃げ。
There has to be more outside, aren't there?
こっちにも。
Of course.
クリス、少年こっちっす。メアリー。
待つんだメアリー。クリスが捕まったんだぞ。助けに戻らないと。
でも相手は完全武装で、しかも全員生身だったんすよ。
All normal people?
補助能もない連中にハルモニエは使えない。少年にも私にだってどうにかできる相手じゃないっすよ。あいつらが何者で目的が何なのかもわからないままじゃ危険すぎます。少なくともクリスが狙いではないはず。まずは重蔵さんに連絡を。
メアリー。あれ。
これって
僕たちを警護してくれた人たちか。
そうっす。この人まだ生きてる。しっかりするっす。大丈夫、これなら助かるっすよ。
その人の拡張体を借りる。その体でクリスを助けに行く。
何言ってるんすか？この人だって重傷なんすよ。ハルモニエは操る体との共鳴が強まるほど少年の本体にも影響が出るんすよ。操ってる体が致命傷を負えば場合によっては少年だって。
Eh. He's not gonna care about this.
体の中からコルトだったものがこぼれ落ちていく感覚。あの時僕が初めからもっとうまく力を使えていればコルトは死なずに済んだんだ。
Yeah, I don't really seem to recall that his
誰かを利用すること。
his mouth animation was like this in season 1.
二度とためらいはしない。
Like, I know he's using a synthesizer to talk and whatnot, but I don't recall his mouth being so unnatural in season 1.
どいてくれ。メアリー。メアリー、どいてくれ。
どうかないっす。技師として今の少年にハルモニエを使わせるわけにはいかないっす。少年、戻っちゃダメっすよ。
What did you think would happen to you, girl?
鉄郎ちゃん。
のこのこ戻ってくるとは間抜けなガキだ。一緒に逃げた女はどうした？
お前たちの目的は僕なのだろう。他の人たちには手を出すな。
お前が持っているのか？例のデータを。
Oh.
お前たちはベル
哲郎ちゃん、こいつらは
Ah, Spitzbergen.
スピッツベルゲン。
そう、重蔵ちゃんの持ってたデータを奪おうとしてるのよ。
クリス
余計な話をするな。
やめろ。
クソガキが。
Ha.
島津、このガキエクステンドだぜ。わかったわかった。
Hmm. Spitzbergen. I was wondering throughout the entire season 1, like, when they're actually going to cross paths with the Spitzbergen.
クリス、すまない。
何言ってんの。大丈夫よ。きっとすぐに重蔵ちゃんが助けてくれるわよ。人質は確保したぞ。しかし、やはりデータは例の処理。
Yeah, the resolver. That's what it's called.
黙れ。奴の出る幕なぞあるものか。エクステンドの力など必要ない。逃げた女は俺と島津で捜索を続ける。いいな。
まずいっすね。修造さん、どこ行ってるんすか？
Over there.
どこに
Follow me. That's where Jugo is.
何があるんすか？この先に何かあるんすね。そこに私を案内しようとしてるんすね。
まさかお前が拡張技師なんかになってるとはな。
Alright, so who's this guy?
正直がっかりだよ。メアリー。
Is her brother? Yeah, I think so.
これからすべてのエクステンドに災いが降りかかる。もうエクステンドには関わるな。
兄さん。
Alright. Jugo's back, I guess.
こいつは
修造さん。
メアリー。
バカな真似をしたものね。データのありかを大声で吹聴するなんて。
Yeah.
なぜローサの父親が奴の音声データを持っていた。
あれは私が彼に送ったものなの。ジョージ・マクマホンは私の知る中で最も信頼に足る検事だったから。だけど私の持っていた元データはあの時アームド祭とともに失われてしまった。
奴に送ったコピーが唯一の証拠になってしまったというわけか。
ええ、マクマホンはその重要性を理解し、命がけで守ってくれた。あなたもその音声を聞いたならわかるでしょ。あれはエクステンドの象徴、英雄メガアームド祭時貞の過去の罪の告白よ。
Right.
拡張技術は我が国を飛躍的に発展させ、国民に利益を
The Mega Soldier dude. Mega Arm.
エクステンドの暴走は個人の問題によるものであり、拡張技術の安全性は絶対。でもそれは政府とベリュー連が必死に作り上げてきた嘘。そしてその象徴がメガアームド祭時貞。
Who coincidentally is dead already.
ベリュー連どころかこの国が揺らぎかねないわ。
それでも、もみ
Right.
つつもりはなんだろう。
So the anti-extended faction would basically gain power here if they realize that all the extended are capable of going berserk and whatnot.
だからそのデータを私に返してちょ。重蔵。
メアリーさんですね。お疲れのところ恐縮ですが、少しばかり話をお聞かせ願いたい。
あなたは？
これは失礼。私は復興
アビー公募。近頃はゴンドリーの件で更迭された前局長に代わって EMS 局長代理も務めさせていただいております。
しけってやがる。つきやしね
あなたが会ったという人物はこの男で間違いないでしょうか？その男はあなたに何か言いましたか？
この人は何したんすか？
ビクター・シュタインベルグ、年齢不詳、経歴も不明。
First.
反拡張主義を掲げるスピッツベルゲンの中では
Oh, yeah, working on Spitzburgen.
テロ実行部隊の一員。
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
スピッツベルゲンの。
拡張体に精通しており、エクステンドの体を瞬時にバラバラにしてしまう。やられた本人が気づかない速さと正確さでね。その残忍さと手口からついた名が解体者。まさにエクステンドの天敵とでも言うべき存在なのです。
ビクターがまさかそんなことするはずないっすよ。
私は長い間ビクターの捜査に力を入れていました。旧世窟に実行部隊の隠れ家があるという情報は得たのですが、
本当ですか？
まだ明確な場所はわかりません。確固たる証拠をつかむまで我々が
Basically, you guys go investigate it.
何よりスピッツベルゲンに世の理屈は通用しません。残念ですが、連れ去られた者たちが無事に戻る可能性
And now he's trying to stir the pot. Basically forcing their hand.
この一件、我々の落ち度によるものだ。
Hmm.
謝罪申し上げる。
それは。
勘違いすんじゃねえよ。お前らなんぞの責任じゃねえよ。心にもねえ謝罪なんざ必要ねえさ。
これは手厳しい。しかし、あなたたちに奴らと交渉する手札があるというなら話は別です。例のデータ、我々がお引き取りしましょう。そして後のことはどうかお任せください。
そんなこと言って、あなたたちだってあれが欲しいだけじゃないんですか？人質のことなんて。
お気遣い痛みるぜ。だが、お目当てのデータなら報酬代わりに売っちまった。大した金にはならなかったがな。
さすがは音に聞く処理屋の重蔵。仲間をテロリストにさらわれたのに、随分冷静でいらっしゃるように見える。
冷静ねえ。そう見えるってなら、そうかもしれねえな。
まあいいでしょう。何かお気づきのことがあればご一報ください。それでは今日はこれで。
Yeah, that guy's bad news, I kind of feel.
あのオーバーエクステンド、間違いなく例のデータを所持してますよ。
銃口を向ける先に迷い苛立っているといったところか。今下手に手を出せばやけどするぞ。それよりあの娘、間違いない。ビクターの妹だ。いずれまたビクターと接触があるはずだ。
Keep an eye on her. Yeah. Right. You know he's bad news, he's definitely competent, right? What the hell? What kind of ending is this? Alright, we are a fighting game now. I mean, the music that they're choosing is still pretty nice. Definitely everything about this just screams old school. Oh my god, this CGI. This is Japan New World, eh? Well, I mean, if it wasn't CGI, I think it would actually be pretty lit. But I mean, even if you want to use CGI, at least make it like this is almost of meme quality. The hell? Alright. Anywho. Alright. Are you gonna meet the big boss or something like that?
二人とも出てこい。さっさと出ろ。こら！乱暴したら私が許さないわよ。
Let's get out. Alrighty, so who are you? Okay, you're not gonna say anything? Alright, that was it. See you guys after this. Alrighty, so that was the first episode of the second season, episode 13, and we really did pick up exactly where we left off, right? So after solving the case of the Ghost Extended or whatnot in episode 12, Juzo and company received a sort of data chip or whatever you want to call it, data file, and so presumably what is inside that data file is some damning evidence of how the extended can actually go crazy, right? And some of the heroes of the past war, such as that mega arm dude, he also kind of went loco as well, and he did a lot of bad stuff to cover it up. So if that does come to light, it's going to feel even further the anti-extended sentiments. Already, this world is balanced on a very delicate there's a very delicate balance in this world currently with the normal humans and the extended and how they are coexisting with each other. If this data does come to light, I think it's easy to say that there's probably going to be riots, there's going to be a huge shift in public opinion and whatnot, and perhaps all extended are going to be prosecuted or terminated or at least put under strict control, etc., etc. Not exactly for the good, right? I mean, sure, certainly extended probably do have some innate problems that they need to fix and all that, but as history has shown us, anytime there are this kind of information that comes to light, this kind of scandals or cover-ups or whatnot, the typical public reaction is overreaction, right? So that's probably not the exact best way to go about things as either. So even though they did do some bad things, they should be brought and trialed for their crimes one day. Perhaps not immediately here, right? And beyond that, we are also introduced once again to the Spitzburgen, who we've heard of throughout the first season, but never really actually met. So here we finally see it. It's hard to say right now, but I feel like they probably aren't exactly the good guys either. I feel like they are also they're radicals, right? They're on the other side of the spectrum, whereas the corporation, I guess you could say, are on one side of the spectrum as well. So we really don't like. I don't like people who lean too much towards like either direction, right? And it seems that both are radicals, both try to use whatever means necessary to further their agenda and whatnot. I think most people will probably fall under the moderate section here. So yeah, that's just my gut feeling. I don't really think Spitzbergen are this group that is misunderstood and they're the good guys and all of that. We'll see about that, but I seriously don't believe so. We're introduced to Victor once again, who we also learned a little bit about in the first season. So we do know that that's Mary's brother, and presumably he has some relationship with Juzo as well. I've been guessing whether or not he was Juzo's original handler or partner or whatnot, a person who could actually pull Juzo's trigger, right? So there's a possibility there as well. But that's basically it, right? Overall, I don't really feel like this first episode of the second season really really stood out in any particular way, right? The pacing was still kind of meh. It was kind of sluggish at times, and I feel like they really like to try and put either Mary or Tetsuro into these sort of very tense situations, but I know if it's due to facial expressions, if it's due to just how the animation looks and whatnot, but it just fails to build up on the tension, right? It doesn't help that Tetsuro is always acting like a spoiled brat and whatnot, so I feel like that probably also feels the case as well. But yeah, so even though I typically do have my musing section and whatnot, this is literally first episode, and like I said, not really that much to go on. I mean, obviously we're certain that Juzo still has the data file on him. Of course, he's not going to actually sell it off, and he's probably trying to figure out a way to actually chase and find the Spitzburgen, right? And the deputy director from EMS and whatnot, he's also sort of trying to manipulate Juzo and manipulate Mary, manipulate these people to fight against each other or do the dirty work, if we say so, and then also have complete recovery of the data, as well as taking care of the terrorist situation in Spitzbergen, right? So yeah, anyways, like I said, I'll be very, very surprised if Spitzbergen turned out to be a very benevolent group, and someone that that Juzo and the others would want to fight for, or at least on the same line, on the same page, right? I kind of feel, especially back in season 1, where they really did a lot of terroristy things, I guess you could say, hijacking trains and going around and just killing extended and whatnot. I wouldn't really say they're the good guys, right? So anyways, that's it for this first episode of No Guns Life. Hopefully the story will continue to pick up in the episodes coming forward so that it'll get more and more enjoyable. Now, fingers crossed for that. I do still really like the concept and whatnot, even though, every once in a while I do kind of also call it out in how old-fashioned and old school it is. But hey, such is the way of the anime. So don't question it. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I'll see you guys next week as well. Well, No Guns Life, I'm still thinking whether or not it's going to be done on Friday, or which is where it actually drops, or on Saturday, because No Guns Life typically is a little bit, I mean on Thursday, which is it drops a little bit later. Friday has a lot of stuff and whatnot, so we'll see going forward, right? But I might not actually be doing the videos on the exact same day, but perhaps a day delayed or something like that. You guys will probably know by the next episode. So anyways, that's it for now. See you guys later, and bye bye.